Hello guys! Ooh. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can make a skull helmet for a Cubone cosplay using EVAFOAM. It's actually pretty easy, so you can do this too. And then you will have this really cool, lightweight, slightly flexible helmet for a cosplay. Of course you can also just use it for another helmet, like a dragon helmet or whatever, because it doesn't have to be Cubone, but I use it for my Cubone cosplay. And you can also download the pattern to make this from my website. I will link it below, so you can easily find it. And there's also a tutorial booklet available there for download, so that can help you even more. Before we start with the video, I want to say that the first few pieces will be photos, because for some reason the footage that I filmed, it was broken. So that's why the start of the video will be a little bit photos. But after that, it's video, so it will be all fine. Just wait for it. And if you like videos like this, tutorials and everything about cosplay, then be sure to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss another video that I will post here. And I really hope that you will enjoy watching. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Before you start, don't forget to download the pattern from my website. I will post a link in the description below. Then cut out all the pieces out of high density 5mm thick EVA foam. I'm using the foam from Mink, but I will link some in the description below. Then glue the two pieces of the skull together here. So you will end up with this. And then there's another piece that we need to glue together. This you need to glue to this. So we will end up with this. And now we can start with the actual video. So here we have one half of the Cubone skull helmet. And this is the piece that we need to glue together to form the center of the skull. And this is the other side. I'm using a contact glue called Duracol from the webshop Mink in the Netherlands. This glue is very strong and it's really good for gluing foam. I put it in a puffertjes bottle, so it's easier to spread out over the foam. You can also spread out the glue a little bit with some leftover pieces of foam, because you really need to spread it out evenly. And then you need to wait for a couple of minutes until it's not sticky anymore. And now the gluing of the two halves of the skull can begin. Sadly, this part is filmed a little bit out of frame. Somehow it's always a little bit difficult to make sure that everything is in the frame while working and filming. As you can see, I made some markings along the edge of the foam, so I can make sure that I align them while gluing it, so the whole skull helmet will be symmetrical as possible. It's really important that we waited for gluing until the glue was a little bit dry, because otherwise the bond won't be strong enough. I keep on pushing the seams so they will be as neat as possible. Because I don't like sanding, I try to get the seams really smooth at the beginning. For the little horns, I cut two holes. And I made the horns out of the three pieces and I glued them together to form the shape. And then, with some extra contact glue, I glue them onto the skull. And really make sure that they are in the right position. On top of these little spikes, I added a little circle of foam that I cut a little bit into shape, as you can see here, so it's also closed and not a hole. To make the sides of the skull more three-dimensional, I also used a technique with cutting some V-shaped slits into the underside of the foam, as you see here, adding some glue inside and pushing it closed, like you see here. And that creates some really nice three-dimensional shapes that give the skull helmet a little bit more character. You see it here as well. And now for the dreaded part, dremeling. Even if I don't like this step because it's so messy, I still really like the result, because here you can see I dremeled all the edges smooth and I also sanded some battle damage into the skull. And here you can see the inside, because why not show the inside. Now the crafting of the skull helmet is done, we can start to paint it. Before I add the paint, I first prime the foam. To prime it, I use PVA primer from Mink. That is a little bit like wood glue, and it really gives the foam a smooth finish, and it also makes sure that the foam is covered, so the pores of the foam won't suck up the paint anymore that you will apply after priming it. I like to use makeup brushes to paint and to prime because they are really ergonomical, so they're really easy to hold, and they also have soft bristles. This particular one is a foundation brush from Essence. And here you see the first layer of primer that's drying. When it's wet, it's white, and when it's fully dried, it will be translucent, but you can already see that it gives some shine to the foam. So it adds some smoothness. When the first layer of primer is dry, it looks like this. I think it looks super cool because it's already so shiny. But of course, I wouldn't be me if this would be shiny enough, so we are going to add some more layers. For the next layer of primer, I actually added some water with the primer to thin it a little bit. This makes it quicker to apply, and also the primer will level a little bit easier, making it even smoother. And after the second layer was dry, I added a third layer of primer, again with some water added to the primer. Here you can also see that the eye sockets are a little bit thicker than 5 mm. That is because I added a little strip of foam to the inside to make it look thicker. But it's actually all 5 mm foam. Then, after all the primer is dry, I sprayed the whole Cubone helmet with some black acrylic paint, and then it's time to actually add the color to it. For the color, I got some Citadel paint that's meant to paint miniatures like Warhammer, for example, and it's in a bone color, so that's perfect for this skull. The paint is very covering, so I only need one layer on this black surface, and again I'm using a makeup brush to do the painting. To get the effect that I want, I'm actually stippling or dabbing the paint onto the foam. That really gives it a little bit of a rough look, and that's exactly what I want. I try to not make the color too even, so it looks more three-dimensional and more characteristic. That way the cracks in the skull stay visible, and that brings it to life. So it's really like a helmet, or maybe a hat, how you want to call it. And you can just put it on your head and it will basically stay there. And then wear it like this or like this is also possible. Or even like this. It's very versatile and you can just make a lot of different styles with it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope that you liked it and that you could learn a little bit from it. And maybe you're going to make a cool helmet yourself. Do you have some ideas? Do you want to make a helmet? Let me know in the comments. And if you're still here watching this video, let's prove it by posting an emoji of a heart. Let's do this so we can see who's all still here. Thank you so much. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, support us on Patreon for more tutorials and ebooks and patterns and stuff and prints and cool things. And then I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!